towards that corner. Yeah, just take it wide. Just slow, steady paddle strokes. Right, and turbo prop coming over. Yeah, it's probably coming in for the Shetland Islands or something. They usually deliver mail. Heading towards Glasgow Airport. So hopefully when we get in the channel out the main Clyde, it will not be as bad with the waves, even though the waves are only like half a foot. So you start paddling over that way. So when you get to that bit, face as if you're heading that way and pointing at a 45-degree angle. Just swing wide. So when you get to that point there where the corner is, turn your bow that way as if you're heading in that way, and then point a 45-degree angle towards the bird, and then you should be able to turn without the waves catching you side on. So head towards the wall and turn round, and then head towards the bird statue in the middle. That's where you're heading to. Yeah, head towards the wall and then turn quickly, and then head towards the eagle statue in the river channel. But don't get too close to the wall. So try and turn there. Even if you've got to push yourself backwards a bit. Right, try and swing your nose round. To the left or to the right, it's up to yourself. Just swing your nose round. Or use the nose of the kayak on the wall to help turn you. So put the nose into the wall gently and then let the tide spin you round the opposite way, and then start paddling forward. Right, paddle with your arm, your right hand side, paddle with that backwards, and that should turn your bow in, and then use the left stroke to turn your bow out, and then paddle forward as hard as you can. keep away from the wall, because the waves will rebound. So get away from the wall. Because the waves are rebounding and hitting the back of the kayak. Half a foot waves. About an 8 mile an hour wind for the west. Keep going forward. Just take your time. Once you get past that corner where the mound is, where that tree is in front of you, it should go back to flat cam. So that's us coming into the cam now. So you've got an outflow current heading to the Clyde about 2 miles an hour. So you're paddling against the river current. Yeah, because the river's flowing out into the Clyde, so we're going upstream. So on the way back, the river will help us. So you wouldn't need to paddle, you just need to build up speed and let the current carry you on the way back. So you want to pull in at that wall corner so you can sort your foot pegs if you sorted them. Yeah. Alright, it's just brisk paddling. So if you sit where I am, you should be fine, because you're only in about a foot of water there. The chances are you'll run aground. So come out where I am, because you're only in about a foot of water, so you could run the chance of running aground. Alright. Well, this will make an interesting YouTube video. The 2 Dagger sea kayaks, 14 and 15. Getting into the Glasgow Airport Riverway. You alright? So the wind's coming from the west about 10 to 12 miles an hour. So that gives us about 1 to 2 foot waves. So that's just normal conditions for the Clyde. Very rarely is the Clyde flat cam. It's normally 1 to 2 foot waves. with about a 5 to 10 mile an hour wind to any direction. Build up to speed and then just let the kayak. Yes, Caskart. So when you come round towards where the boat station is, you hug up the inside channel marking when it splits into two, and then the one that goes that way takes you towards the front of Glasgow Airport next to the runway, whereas the one at the back takes you up towards the lifeboat station behind the Glasgow Airport. And the lifeboat station's just been put in after that old factory where the lifeboat station is was pulled down because they're in the middle of dismantling it now. Within the last 7 months or something. They're still pulling it down now. I think they've been doing it for almost about a year and a half, because there was like 50 sheds there and they were all like half a mile long, because it used to be a boatyard. Yeah, when John Brown shut down, I think that boatyard there shut down as well, but they've just built a lifeboat station there. Nope. Alright, Paul. The Renfrew ferry's shut down now, we're due to the bridge. I think it was Glasgow City Council Water, Clyde Port Authority. It went the same way as the Erskine Bridge ferry. Within a year the Erskine Bridge ferry disappeared. And it was there for like 200 years. But as soon as the bridge opened, within a year, the ferry was gone. Never to be seen again.
The ferry was 2 days.
2 days?
Yes.
Yeah.
2 days and then the ferry was shut.
Yeah. Mental, and it's been there since, I think it was one at Yoker opened in 1900. So it's lasted, what, 125 years since it first opened, to a bridge opening, and then 2 days later it's gone for good, never to be seen again.
Well, they still have the stuff here.
I've still got the stuff, but all that's left with the two ramps, the boats will disappear.
Well, once you get any sea vessel, you
Aye.
can go down from there.
Aye, you can launch from there, the kayak carts, with a small boat.
You don't need to ask for permission.
Nope. It's disused, so anybody can use it.
But they locked it.
The gate shouldn't be locked because it was never locked before.
Was it?
No.
Just never opened it, I guess.
I don't know what they're doing, because the gate's not got a lock on it. It's got a lip to close the gate over, but I don't think they chained and padlocked it. Because somebody will just come up with a grinder and cut the padlock away and then still use it.
Well, if I'm to get any sea vessel, then I'll go down from there.
Yeah,
Because it's that close.
I think you can go to the lifeboat station in Glasgow and then make arrangements with the Clyde Port Authority, and then they come down and open the gate for you, I would assume. Because that's where Ricky launched his boat from.
The Renfrew ferry.
Yeah, his trailer's still there, up on the pier next to the bus shelter. It's all chained up. His boat's sitting at Bowling Harbour, but that big storm wrecked it. So his boat's knackered now. And it was a 165 6-man fishing boat. It's on my channel.
Just buy M2, drive there, and then just launch the boat there.
Yeah,
Or the jet ski.
yeah, you can launch from there. And if you take your boat to the Canal Waterway Association will let you out the lock gate at Bowling Harbour. So if you put your boat in at Clyde Bank and then get them to open the gates for you, you can take your boat or your jet ski all the way down to Bowling Harbour, and then the Canal Authority will open the gate to let you go out.
Well, is there any jet skis small enough to fit in my boat?
You could. I've got a trailer for a 13-foot boat that might take a jet ski, and it's a.
I want to invest in a van.
Alright, because I've got a kayak, a boat trailer for a 13-foot rowboat, which will take a jet ski.
I think I'll invest in a van because it's versatile. I can put my bike in there.
Yeah,
I can put my bike, I can put my bicycle, I can put my, I don't know, jet ski
yep,
straight in there.
yeah, because that's what I did in the summer. Because just round the corner there's a boat sitting up on the deck. It just needs pumped out and a wee bit of work spent on it, but it's been there for a while.
You're going to have a look?
I looked at it already, it can be salvaged. And there's another boat round the corner. It's a rowboat, but it's on the far bank, but it's turned upside down. It's about the same length as a kayak, but it's a rowboat. That could be salvaged as well. Because in bad storms, boats break their moorings and then they end up legal salvage.
Did they get the timbers to fix it?
I think that one's fiberglass.
Fiberglass?
Yeah, I think it's.
Not bad.
It's either fiberglass or wood resins construction. It just needs pumped out of water. It's full of rainwater. It's just sitting up on the bank, but it floats. Over that side out the wind and then hugging that bank and going round the corner, because I know the wind's blowing us this way, because the wind's coming from the west, which is that way. So if you hug that bank, you'll be out of the wind, because you can see the waves are getting blown westward, because that's where the wind's coming from. You alright? Just point your nose that way. Yeah, just crab sideways, going that way towards the bank, and then you'll be out the wind, and then the wind won't push you that way along with the tide. So just hug the bank, run about where that tree branch is, and then you should be fine. And then start turning your bow out, coming away from the bank a bit. You don't want to get too shallow. So roughly where I am is where you want to be. And then you shouldn't be getting blown by the wind, because that hillside will act like a windbreak. So the wind will go over you instead of you being caught by it. That's not a bad day. No. Late adventure is better than no adventure. But shit happens. Well, it's called routine maintenance. You don't know what the previous owner of that bike was like.
No, not the bike, the car.
Oh well.
Well, the previous owner was pretty shit, I think, because he left it in the, but I mean not, I mean the bike.
Yeah.
Left it in the garage for 13 years.
Fuck's sake. You were lucky the engine wasn't seized.
No, it wasn't. It was fine. It was pretty healthy too.
Yeah, because it could have been a overgrown paperweight.
Well, I revived it.
Yeah,
It's now a proper tractor now.
cool.
But the car does say the same.
Heck, the joys. Another plane, and then to land. Yeah. They're tie-up points. For when your boat's in the water, you can tie up to them. They're chained to the seabed. So if you put a rope round them, that means you can tie up to them and your boat will just sit there. Navigation, boys. Because the ships will launch for that corner and then they'll tie up to the boys while they're getting ready to go somewhere. And then when they're ready to go somewhere, they'll untie for the boy and then go wherever they're going. Well, there is that, or they'll go into the Clyde. Because I think that river goes for 5 or 6 miles towards East Kilbride. Yeah. Routine maintenance, or a wee bit of cable slap on the mast of that white boat. It'd probably cost you maybe £100 a month to keep a boat in there. Maybe like a grand. Yeah, it'd probably cost you maybe £1,000 a year.
If you own a boat, I don't think that there's some money to do better.
Nah. So, I don't pay anything for these. If I had to find somewhere to moor these. It maybe cost me about £1,000 a year in a boatyard. It just means I would need to go to the boatyard all the time to get them out and go out and use them, whereas I just have these locked up in the back garden. It's just a matter of putting the kayak cart down and then I can join the Clyde, and I've got to the Irish to Ireland to play. So I've got the whole coast of Scotland and Ireland to play in for my back garden for a 5-minute walk through the shoes.
You've been to Ireland? Where's the boat?
Yeah, I was thinking about getting some cockpit covers for these so they're properly sealed, and then paddle out to Ireland.
How long would it take? 2 days?
Probably take about 2 weeks to get there and probably about 2 weeks to get back. So you have all your camping gear with you.
A proper kayak trip?
Yeah, a proper kayak trip. Or what you would do is you join the two kayaks together and make a catamaran, and then use a trolling motor between the two kayaks and let the trolling motor do most of the work. It would just mean that you'd be carrying 2 lead acid batteries and 2 battery chargers, and then you'd be finding a pub at night to recharge your batteries with your tent and all your camping gear. Because that's what these deck hatches are for, to load all your camping gear inside the deck hatches. So all your gear's in the kayak and you're just paddling. Because me and Davey did a video on my phone where the two had these 2 kayaks together and the trolling motor was in the middle. So I've got the 2 sea kayaks and the fishing kayak, so that means the 3 of us could go and take tent, sleeping bag and the camping gear, and we spend a weekend away somewhere. Well, through that bridge is Glasgow Airport, because there's the end of the runway there. The triangles are the end of the runway. They're the runway lights for the end of the runway. That's the end of the runway there, where the lights are. So that's the runway lights at the end of the runway on the other side of the road. Baby duckling. far for the Titan crane. It's over there. Well, that'll be the wind from that jet. Yeah, that's where that wee hurricane was. That's the wind blast of the aircraft landing. Yeah, it's like wee miniature hurricanes on the water about 2 minutes after the planes pass. You just watch out for it. You'll be able to see the planes land properly when you pass the bridge. It creates wind wake for the jet engine. 2 minutes after the pass, you've got to watch out for wind wake because it spins the water like a wee miniature hurricane. If you're next to trees, you'll hear the trees move. But you'll see the runway when you pass through the bridge, because that's the end of the runway there. So when we pass that bit there, we'll be facing onto where the planes land and take off. So when another plane comes over, when you get in that corner, you get the full blast of the jet engine coming over the water. So that jet coming in, if we're round that bend, you get the force of the wind coming off the engines. So just watch it doesn't knock you over. But just be ready for it every time a plane comes in, because it usually happens about a minute after the plane passes. You might even see it with that. You'll see the trees move. Because we're getting waves here with the engines jet wash, because there shouldn't be any waves here. That's coming off the planes as they pass, coming into land. Hear it? Yeah. That's the wind off the jet engine. That's what's causing these wee waves here. Yeah, it's causing about 1.5 foot wave. That's the wind blast from the engines as the planes come into land. So don't get side onto the waves because they'll roll you over. Yeah, just keep an eye out, and what to do is up that bank over there. Just watch the waves because that's caused by the jet engines. So the subsidence here is wind wake. Basically the water's getting pushed to that side and then it's getting pushed back, and it rolls backwards and forwards, because every couple of minutes a plane lands and makes it worse. So it's just something to be aware of, but it shouldn't pose an issue as long as you pay attention. Yeah, that's the wind coming from the engines, because the wind's getting spun in a circle. So watch that. You'll see his wings move about left to right. He's fighting the wind wake off that jet that just landed. That's why he's bouncing. That's normal, but just be aware of it. Yeah, so just hug this bank and point down towards that way and you should be alright. You alright?
Yeah.
So if you hug this bank, you should be protected a wee bit for the jet blasts as the aircraft come into land, because that's the runway right there.
Yeah, I see it.
So that's where the wind will be strongest.
Oh, the guy's taking off.
Yep.
Was it cold?
Yeah. I'll get through that phone.
During the winter.
Aye, I'm out kayaking all year round. Good days I'm out all the time in my kayak. I'm out all the time. So I'll not be long till another jet comes over. There's somebody's pop-up tent there. Somebody's tent's there. Somebody's left their tent. Looks like a pop-up tent. We're in the corner on the shore. So somebody's left their tent, or they've lost their tent. Well, it's a wee pop-up tent by the looks of it. The joys of a wee bit of wind. Pop-up tent. Here's a tent if you want it.
Broken.
Nope. It's just lying over on its side due to the wind.
I'll take it. Because my old tent broke.
Well, I don't know if there's anything wrong with that, but
Well, make a note of that.
well, if you put your kayak in as close to the bank as possible, I'll hold you from the other side and then pull yourself up onto the bank. Get yourself in as close to the bank as possible. You need to be side on. Yeah, so you need to be side on to the bank, because if you're not side on you'll flip. You'll go for a swim when you try to get out. So push yourself backwards and then come in straight and then work yourself in towards the bank and try and get yourself up to the bank as close as you can get, and I'll push you from the outside. Right, well, give me a minute to get beside you so I can then
That'll be a pretty useful tent.
yeah, I'll put my paddle down onto the deck and I'll try and jam it in and I'll push myself towards you.
What a journey.
Yeah. The wind's blowing me back. Hang on. Right. Try and get as close to the bank as possible.
Closest you can get.
Well, you might be in about a wee half a foot of water there. Right, so lean towards the bank. I've got the kayak. Now, step towards the bank. I don't know if it's a collapsible. Check it, there might be a couple of holes in it. Alright. Oh, is it a pop-up or is it a...
There's a hole on it.
Well, you can maybe sew that up.
If there's a hole on it, then it'll work one time.
Oh, stop yourself. Put it up on the bank. The wind will catch it. Aye.
There's a hole on it.
Oh well.
It's good to get.
Yeah. Hang on to get. The wind's blowing me again. Hang on. I'll turn round and then come back up the side of you. And then brace your kayak so you can get back in. Alright, well at least you found a tent. That's wind. Well, if I don't brace you, you could flip. And I don't fancy you going for a swim. Yeah, but it'll still flip when you get into it. I'll brace my So push yourself back from the bank once you're sorted. Just lean towards the bank and push yourself and then get free. And then paddle forward. Right, just paddle forward. Yep. Just paddle, 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 because the wind's blowing you. So you need to paddle strong to get momentum. Keep paddling, don't stop. Because if you stop, you'll get blown backwards. Just keep paddling. There's a helicopter taking off. Yeah. Yeah, it's probably a police helicopter. Police patrol helicopter. Glasgow, Greenock and the surrounding areas, but they mostly patrol the Clyde just to make sure people are alright at sea. Aye. Aye, the joys. Well, you wouldn't outrun that because that's down about 500. Yep. Once that's airborne, that helicopter will do about 500 or 600 miles an hour. Once it's up to speed. So you wouldn't outrun it. You maybe need to hide from it, but you wouldn't outrun it. And then you've got to worry about the thermal camera, because they'll use the thermal and try and find you that way.
They also do the radio.
Yeah, they use the heat signature, and your bike will be hot by going very quickly. So, if they can't find you visually, they'll find your heat signature, and then they'll be like, there's a wee cunt.